Hello dear students, I am Dr. Sanjay Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasar Samajas, KRT Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as Creatism for Your Nasik. Dear student, this is our MA MSc Part 1st Geography class, semester 2nd, and the paper code is GGDT 130. And the title of our subject is Geography of Tourism. Dear student, today we are going to start. We are going to discuss about the chapter number 2 or the topic number 2, that is classification and recent concept of tourism. And in this topic, we have a subtopic that is recent concept in tourism. Dear student, you know that tourism industry has emerged as one of the fastest growing industry in the world and even in India also. Tourism refers to the business of providing accommodation and associated services to the people visiting places. In associated services, it includes the transportation, communication, tourist guide, hoteling, and other related activities that are directly or indirectly related with the tourism. Tourism involves two elements. The first is the journey to the destination at that particular tourist places, and second is the stay at that places. So when we are talking about tourism, that time the journey is important and stay is important, and when we do both of things at particular tourist places, then it is known as the tourism. Recently, many new concepts or the type of tourism are added in the tourism. This new type of tourism growing very fastly and generate a lot of income and employment at the local as well as international level. So let us talk about the one by one. What are the new concept or the type of tourism that are added in the tourism industry? The first is the agro-tourism. Dear student, you know that agro-tourism is a part of rural tourism. The first time agro-tourism was started in Australia before 66 years ago. In the last 30 years, the tourism has been mainly developed in India also. You know that the India is a agriculture country and we have a lot of scope to develop agro-tourism. This tourism has developed in the agricultural country, especially in the rural area of the country. It includes the most part of the Africa and ASEAN continent. Dear student, you know that when we are talking about the agro-tourism, that time in this tourism, agriculture and tourism both have a equal share. If we are talking about what is the definition of the agritourism, it means any agriculture-based operation or the activity that bring visitor or tourists to the farm is known as agriculture tourism. So this is a very simple definition of agriculture tourism. Let us talk about another important definition of the agritourism, that is tourism which depend on agriculture and its related sector is known as agritourism. It means what? If you see this definition, in this definition, what is important? This type of the tourism is totally based on the agriculture and its related sector. So when the people or the tourists visit to the agro farm and to watch the various activities that are related to the agriculture, and then this tourism is known as the agritourism. Dear student, this type of the tourism has been developing in Maharashtra. In recent time, if you see the district like Nasik, Pune, and some part of the Konkan where this type of the activity or this agritourism is flourishing very rapidly. The government is also assisting to the development of this tourism in India, because you know that I just talked about that there is a lot of potential to develop the agritourism in India. Mr. Pandurang Taure has started Agri-Tourism Development Corporation in 2005 in Maharashtra, and that is that laid down the foundation of development of the agro-tourism industry in India. So after that, when he established this Agro-Tourism Development Corporation, then the what we can say, the inspiration and the encouragement to give for the other to start their agro-tourism center at that particular place where we have a very potential condition to develop the agro-tourism center. The agro-tourism in India is mainly developed in Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala and the Karnataka. These are the states where slowly this type of the agritourism is developed very rapidly, and I am sure that within next few years it will be cover the most part of the India because we have a lot of potentiality to the develop the agrotourism center. Dear student, this was about the agrotourism. Let us talk about the ecotourism. So this is also very important type of the tourism. Ecotourism is also known as the green tourism. Generally, ecotourism deal with the interaction with the biotic component of the natural environment. Means this type of the tourism is totally nature-based tourism, where we enjoy the beauty of the nature through the very sustainable way, by visiting the various tourist places where we have very good natural beauty. The agrotourism can be considered as a subset of sustainable tourism and the natural tourism because it represents the sustainable way of traveling in the nature area. The ecotourism has been broadly defined as tourism which is ecologically sustainable. So let us see what is the actual definition of the ecotourism. A journey to acquire knowledge from the surrounding nature is called ecotourism. So this is a very important definition. In this definition, what is important? We enjoy the beauty of the nature, but simultaneously we also get the lot of knowledge about the surrounding nature. It includes the various the biotical factor. It includes the type of the trees, then the birds, animal, and microorganism, and lot of things that are the part of the ecosystem, and is also known as the biotic factor. So during the ecotourism, we enjoy the beauty of the nature, especially as per this definition, we acquire the lot of knowledge about the surrounding nature through our journey. So this is very important definition. Other important definition of the ecotourism is a form of tourism that strive to minimum the ecological and other damage to the area visited for the natural and the cultural interest. So this is a really very important definition. In this definition, what is important? When we carried out the any tourism activity, that time we enjoy the beauty of the nature, but simultaneously we also take care about the nature or the ecological condition of that particular place, or maybe the other condition. We are not damaging anything that particular places. It may be any part of that places we are not damaging. We just enjoy the beauty of the nature. And that we are expected in the ecotourism, because if the word indicate that ecotourism means it is a totally the ecological. This tourism is a ecological based tourism, because in this tourism we try to conserve the ecological balance, the beauty of the nature, the biodiversity of the nature, and we also getting the enjoy through the visiting of the such type of the places. So this about the definition of the ecotourism. Dear student, it is a responsible travel to the natural area of conserve the environment and the improve the well-being of the local people. That is very important. The concept of the ecotourism is make a person feel and sense the beautiful natural surrounding that were expected here in this tourism. If you're talking about what are the characteristics of the ecotourism, then very important, first very important, the characteristic of the ecotourism is it involves the travel to the natural destination, only the places where we have the beauty of the nature, very beautiful the nature is there, and that places attract the tourists, and therefore this is a very important characteristic that this tourism involves the travel to the natural destination. Build environmental awareness, that is also very important characteristic, because when we travel in the nature thing as a part of the ecotourism, that time the environmental awareness is very important, and it include because we take the care of the natural thing. We are not going to damage to that first. Therefore, one type of in this tourism there is a awareness of the tourist. They not damage to the environment. They try to keep the ecological balance when they are traveling at any natural places or any tourist places. So therefore this is very important. It builds environmental awareness among the people, especially I'm talking about the tourists, those are visited to the as a part of the ecotourism at any places. Then third one is the minimum impact of the environment. Yes, you know that when we enjoying the beauty of the nature, we utilize the resources of the natural resources. At that time, in this tourism, there is a very minimum impact on environment. That is important characteristic of this type of the tourism. It provides the financial benefit and empowerment for the local people. Yes, dear student, because when any tourist went to at any tourist places, that time he enjoyed the beauty of the nature, but simultaneously he also utilized the various services that are made available by the local people, and therefore he also paid some money for that purchasing this type of the services. So therefore it means what they not only one person but number of people or the tourists when they visited to such places, that time they help to the financial benefit and empowerment of the local people. Those are providing the various services to that tourist. Another important thing is the respect to the local culture. Yes, when we are a part of the ecotourism, that time we always respect the local culture. We are not damaging any part of that culture or that nature. So therefore, this is also very important characteristic of ecotourism. Let us talk about the few advantages of the ecotourism. The first very important advantage of the ecotourism is an opportunity to preserve ecosystem and the biodiversity. That is very important. Ecotourism try to conserve, try to keep the balance of ecological ecosystem and the biodiversity. We not damage any part of the ecosystem or any part of the biodiversity. We try to conserve it, preserve it when we are a part of the ecotourism or when we are visiting to any places. That is a very important. This is part and parcel of this type of the tourism. The second important advantage of the ecotourism is ecotourism also keep the protection of the wildlife. That is very important because in this tourism we always we keep in our mind that we do not damage to any part of the ecosystem, or it may be the natural biotic factor. So you know that the animal, bird and various, especially I'm talking about the wild animal, we try to protect. We try to protect through this environment or through this type of the tourism. We not damage to the any part of the wildlife or related to the wildlife. It may be the bird, it may be the any animal that are live in the forest. So this is also very important characteristic of ecotourism. The ecotourism help to create the job in the remote area. Yeah, you know that the ecotourism is especially you will see that it is developing in the remote and the tribal area of the country. So therefore in that people, those people are living in the remote area, when in that area any new ecotourism center is developed, that time when the people visiting to that particular place, that time that local people get the lot of job or the earning when they providing the various services to the tourists. So therefore this is also very important advantages of the ecotourism. Another very important benefit, that the benefit of the ecotourism for the tribal and the local community include the preservation of its culture, traditional, conservation of the natural environment, and the maintenance of the social, culture, and religious value. That is very important. This is a part and parcel of the ecotourism, and therefore this type of the tourism is very important. In particular, I'm talking about the conservation of the natural environment and also the local culture value. Therefore, this was about the advantage of the ecotourism. Let us talk about the another important type of the recent concept of the tourism, that is the heritage tourism. Dear student, the traveling to the experience the places, the artifacts, and the activity that are authentically represent the stories and the people of the past is known as a heritage tourism. So this is a very simple definition of the heritage tourism. So especially here, what is important? The whatever we have the previous stories and the information about the people of the past that are related to any particular place, and due to that place is famous. And when we visited to such type of the historical or the heritage places, then this type of the tourism is known as the heritage tourism. For example, the caves like the Ajanta, Verola, Ellora in Maharashtra, Taj Mahal at Agra, Red Fort, and Qutub Minar at Delhi. These are the places. These places are famous only due to their heritage, or you can say these all places have a very important history. It may be as a part of their culture, as a part of any great personality. So therefore these places are the famous. And one thing is very important, these places represent the culture of our country. So therefore this is a very important part of the heritage tourism, and these are some examples. So heritage tourism is conducted in the places which have the cultural significance and heritage, and otherwise nobody would like to visit any places. If the places have some history about the cultural significance and heritage, then usually we would like to visit that places again and again, and only that places are developing as a part of the heritage tourism. Heritage tourism, the people mostly attracted to the historical thing. There are many historical places all over of the world which people like to see, and therefore this type of tourism is developing very rapidly. Many foreign tourists visit to the India to see the sign of the Asian culture and heritage found here, like a Taj Mahal, which is the attract the millions of the tourists each year. And really, you know that this is a very important place when we are talking about the heritage tourism in India. This form of tourism, we get the detailed information about the cultural heritage of the region. I just talk about the Taj Mahal. Same thing is there. The country like India has a great potential for heritage tourism. To know the detailed information of any heritage tourist places, tourist guide is very important. Otherwise, tourists not able to know detailed information about the place and the culture. So this is very important line, because if we have a tourist guide with you, then definitely he will give a lot of information about that particular places. If we're talking about the Taj Mahal, then definitely the guide will be help us to what is the history behind the construction of the Taj Mahal, how it was constructed, and number of things, stories or facts that are related to the Taj Mahal. When he inform us, that time really we get a lot of information. Therefore, the tourist guide is very important. Without tourist guide, we are not able to get a lot of information about the historical places or the heritage places. Economically, heritage tourism is very useful. It injects the new money into the economy, boosting the business and the tax revenue. You know that the places like Red Fort or the Taj Mahal, then we have the aerial Ajanta, and lot of things we have in India, especially I'm talking the Rajasthan, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra. These are the states where we have a lot of the heritage places, and through these places, the government gets a lot of revenue, and even the local people also get a lot of money when the tourists visit to that particular place. So therefore, when we are talking about the heritage tourism, that economically it is really very useful. It also creates the new jobs, business, event, and attraction, thus the helping the diversity of the local economy. So that is a very important benefit that we get from the heritage tourism. Dear student, another important thing about the heritage tourism, there are some social benefit also we observe of the heritage tourism. Especially I'm talking about it help the build social capital and promote preservation of the local tradition and custom and the culture. That is really very important benefit, and in the social point of view that we get through the heritage tourism when it develop at any places. It also promote the positive behavior and help improve the community image and pride. That is also again important, the social benefit that we get from the heritage tourism. And last but not the least, it promotes the community beautification. That we see whenever you visit to the any heritage places, that you observe that due to this heritage tourism development, that place promote the community beautification of that local places. Let's talk the another important type of the tourism that recently developed as the adventure tourism. Dear student, the adventure tourism involves the exploration or travel to the remote exciting area, especially where we have the mountain area or the very ascent area, the tribal area. In that area, we have a lot of scope of the adventure tourism. Adventure tourism is rapidly growing in popularly as the tourist seeks different kind of the vacation in our all part of the world. So what is the definition of the adventure tourism? Very important, very simple definition. A tourism involves the activity that are physically challenged is known as adventure tourism. So physically challenged, this word is very important, because when we are doing the adventure tourism, that time your physical fitness is very important. Everywhere you will observe the challenge to conduct the tourism activity when we are part of the adventure tourism. So in this definition, so I repeat again, tourism involving the activity that are physically challenging is known as the adventure tourism. This is a very simple definition of the adventure tourism. Let us talk about a few examples. So especially three types of the activity that are included in the adventure tourism. The first is the getting high. Means when we're doing such activity, that time we getting high, like trekking, flying, the gliding, the paragliding, ballooning, rock climbing, high rope. These are the example where you require the very good physical fitness and as well as the psychological fitness. The mental fitness is very important. Then you can able to carry out such type of the activity. They get a lot of enjoy, lot of fun to us. So they, but what is important? Your physical fitness is very important. This is the activity. In this activity we try to getting high. Second group of this activity is getting faster. So in this type of the activity we doing very fast movement, that like archery, the mountain biking and land boarding. These are the example where we're doing the very fast activity. And again, one important is in this activity also your physical fitness is very important, your mental fitness is very important. And last group is the getting weight, the surfing, the canoeing, the kite surfing, the kiting, and these are the all the state boarding. These are the activity where in this we get the all this activity we are doing with help of the water, especially in the ocean or very the other coastal area we doing such type of the things, or in the mountain area we also going getting this thing. So in India the mountain is highly popular due to the Himalaya ranges of the North India, and even the some part of the the east and the west highlands is also we are doing this type of activity. But the Himalayan mountains ranges are very important, and therefore this adventure tourism is developed in India, especially in the northern part of the India, because we have a lot of potential to carry out such type of the activity. Dear student, generally we have a two type of the adventure tourism. The first is the very important, that the hard adventure. So hard adventure include the trekking, the climbing. I just talk about the mountain and the rock and even the ice also, the caving. These are the activity that they are the part of the hard adventure. This activity, again I am talking about this activity are high risk and they require the high level of special skill. Without this special skill you are not going to do the such type of activity. So therefore in this activity mentally and the physical fitness are also important, but again what is important, you require some high skills, and if you have practice then you can able to do such type of the hard adventure activity. This is the first. And second is the very important, that is the soft adventure. The soft adventure means what? The soft adventure is an recreational travel undertaken to remote or any non-traditional destination for the purpose of the new experience. The activities such as the trekking, the hiking, the biking, the wildlife viewing, and the camping, these are the example of the soft type of the adventure tourism. So dear student, so whenever you carry out the adventure tourism, that time other some important very thing. The first, that is for the adventure tourism the following requirement are very important. Number one, protection. So during this tourism there is a chance to injury. So protection of the tourist is very important. And for that purpose, when you are going to start this type of the adventure tourism, that time you have to take care about the protection during that activity. There should not be any damage to your yourself. Therefore protection is very important. Second is the training. Supporting staff must be properly trained, and before such adventure activity this should be some training to tourists can do it properly. Testing of the tourists various skills are very required. It can be tested during the training camp. So without training you are not going to do any adventure tourism activity. So training is very important. And sometimes we require the, when we are doing the mountain climbing, that time so supporting staff is also important. Otherwise if there is any problem, then definitely we have a lot of risk. So so therefore training is important, and also supporting staff is very important. Insurance, yes, this is very important. So before hosting the group of tourists, the insurance must be taken that will be cover economic benefit, because this type of activity very risky activity. In that activity a lot of danger is there. So therefore the insurance should be there. Without insurance you are not going to participate in the any activity that are related to the adventure tourism. Last but not this, legal requirement. This is also very important. So before launching any adventure activity, find out the what specific legal requirement the pertaining to sport or the activity being purchased must be completed with the legal requirement. Especially I'm talking about the when you are doing the mountaineering or the any various activities in the mountain area or remote area. That time there's a lot of chances, lot of risks, and sometimes you are also cross the border of our country. So there should some legal requirement is very important, that when we conducting such type of the activity through the adventure tourism, that time you have to take care about the what are the legal requirement we require, so that we have to fulfill all this requirement document to hand over toward that particular agency or particular that institute, and then you can do this type of tourism, or you can participate in this type of tourism. So this was about the advantage tourism. Dear student, this was today's lecture. If you want to take more information about this all recent type of concept of the tourism, then you can refer all these very important website. Definitely, I'm sure that you can able to update your notes. This was about the today's lecture. In next lecture, we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 3. And in that chapter, we are going to talk about the what are the factors that are impact on the tourism development. So this was about today's lecture.